Ooh, I don't like how this looks at all. That's why and the game just crashed. Oh yeah, that's Unreal Engine 5, baby. What I'm talking about. But I have thoughts on it. I have thoughts on the game. Okay, let's talk about it. I I feel like Canon. I think he said it perfectly. It feels like indie developer that's trying to make a AAA game.
If I had to describe what Chrono Odyssey feels like right now, I would say that it feels like a wannabe AAA game developed by an indie studio that does actually have the chance to be a AAA game, but currently lacks the polish of being one. If this was an alpha or early beta, I'd say it's looking pretty good. If this is what we're going into launch with, then honestly, we're in some serious trouble.
And that's hard to do, especially in the MMO market. MMO takes a lot of development, okay? The game, this version that we're playing in the beta on what June 20th, right? Isn't quite there. I know this is the old build. I think even Canon said the build they played in February, which has been months ago, like 4 months ago, that's the build we're playing in beta. I feel like this build isn't quite there, so I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that they've made significant progress with this game, because the performance with this game sucks ass, right? And this isn't just this game, it's with the Unreal 5 engine, and not only that engine, the RE engine, okay, that kind of sucks and it's kind of taxing these on this type of hardware. I mean, if you don't have a 40 series, like a 4080 or like a 50 series card, the game's gonna suck. The game's gonna run terribly. And you can see on the Steam page for Chrono Odyssey the recommended specs at 3070. I have a 3080 Ti, okay? So I don't know why I'm getting like 30. I'm in like the 30s, maybe high 40s with frame rate, and that's on medium settings or high, something like that, medium or something like that, and I'm getting performance like fat. So they need to optimize this game really bad, but we've seen this before, like with Monster Hunter, right? All right, so you see, this is it. This is the medium settings, and you can see, like, I got 11th gen Intel CPU and stuff, i7 11700 KF. I know that's not the best, but my GPU is 30. It's a 37 Ti. It doesn't say Ti, all that, blah blah, whatever. But look at how this looks, right? Look at the frames. Yes, it's high. It's high 50s, 60s, and stuff. We had the little testing that you could do and see the performance. Then you could actually play the beta and stuff. But that thing performed terribly, and we all hope that, like, oh, this is just a beta and this is just a little test. Okay, that doesn't really matter. When the full game comes out, it's gonna perform better, right? Wrong. It did not. Okay, it it did not perform well at all. You know, and they're still working. Hopefully, they're still working. I still hop on Monster Hunter every now and then. You know, that engine, the RE engine, they're not using the Unreal. Capcom has their own engine for like Resident Evil games, Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter. They use a different engine for Monster Hunter World. That's the reason that performed a lot better on PC than Monster Hunter Wilds. You see, we're getting like high 70s, low 80s, pretty good, and this game does not look terrible at all, you know? It still looks pretty good because they're using the RE engine now. That engine is hard too. So Unreal RE engine, it's just like, oh, both these engines they will put your hands on your hardware. Okay, make sure they're good. If they're not, they're not. So I'm not. They can hopefully work on a lot of this stuff, and hopefully, like, this is the old build. Like I said before, like Canon said before, this is the old build. So they're probably more. They're probably farther along. It's probably more optimized. Probably performs better. But I just have to go off what I'm playing now, and it's not very good. You know, I do like the combat. You do have a very good foundation to work off of, but a lot of games have a lot of good foundations and they don't really last that long. So hopefully, I like how the game looks, the aesthetic of it, and everything, graphics, the combat. I do like the combat. The combat is fun. At the end of the day, it's just the way it performs. You can't tell me the recommended specs and everything. You need this and this and this, and it still performs like shit. I can't get 60 frames per second, and in town, this tanks. But that's like with every MMO or live service with like a hub area. Same thing happens in Monster Hunter. The same thing happens in the first Ascendant, but that's Unreal Engine 5 thing too. So, you know, that's probably the reason it tanks so much. Like, I don't know. I understand that we need to get better with graphics, I guess. I don't know. I'm at the point now, I prefer performance over anything. I don't want my game choppy, laggy, or anything like that. So, like, I just don't understand. And a lot of these games are suffering because of it. You know, I'm making videos like this, so yeah, you know, and I didn't make that good of videos on Monster Hunter because of the performance. I don't know. Am I this crazy? Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way. Like, if you are starting to prefer performance over graphics, and or at least have a good balance of them, you know. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this game. Let me know if you played it and how you feel about it and what you're running, like what you have in your PC. Okay, let's talk about Chrono Odyssey in the comments. And leave this video a like or dislike, subscribe, ring that bell for more videos. And ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Peace.